Let's start a new world today. Life is given as a tree. Whatever you will grow in me, I'll land on my 2 feet. I'm hanging around downtown, trying to be a part of whatever comes around. I'm looking for something that I can desire. I'm looking for someone to light up my fire. I love the way that you move when you dance to the music. The way your feet seem to float above the floor. How your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. Just a silhouette and flashing light, moving like a cat on the floor, shining like a falling star. You're bringing me down for sure. Your jaded smile shows who you are, 'cause you've heard everything before. I'm looking for something that I can desire. I'm looking for someone to light up my fire. I love the way that you move when you dance to the music. The way your feet seem to float above the floor. How your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. The way that you move when you dance to the music. The way your feet seem to float above the floor. How your eyes start to glow when I get close to you, baby. Come on and shake it like you did before. Shake it like you did before.
I love this saying. Think about it for a second. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? Isn't that fun? Don't get hung up on the number. Just enjoy this day, this moment, this breath. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga from home. You do what is right for your body. Always do what is right for your body. There we go. Listen to your body. Do what feels good. Don't stress out over a yoga practice or anything else for that matter. Just move. This is called our Strong Foundations practice. Every day our practices are different. You may find this one more challenging and take more effort, but you can do it. Don't say, I can't do it. Stick around, modify it, make it work for you. I can't stress that enough. I say that all the time. Don't worry about how the pose looks. Don't worry about how far you take it. Don't worry about, oh my gosh, it's just not good enough. What is good enough? Good enough is when you feel it in your body and you feel good about it. We practice for 1 hour every single day live. If you can only stick around for 5 minutes, that's okay, but develop that discipline of showing up on your mat and trying. Life's all about balance, right? And that's what we're talking about this week. We're talking about balancing ease with effort, the good, the bad, the ups, the downs, the work balanced with play, ease and effort. You got it. Today's is effort. As I said, you will see the results if you take the effort. I'm not saying overexert yourself or hurt yourself or be brutal or, stress out over it. No, I'm saying just try. Some days getting out of bed is the effort, the only effort you can expend. So just do what you can. The definition of the word effort, is an earnest attempt. Okay, just an earnest attempt. Just try. Just start, and let's start by standing up. So if you would, Let's put forth the effort. Come on now, you can have your props nearby. A couple blocks are helpful to bring the ground up to you. An eye shade, a towel, those are all great. Even a chair nearby is good. Just do. Come on up to standing. As you come on up here, lock in a stress number in your head. All right, stress number. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, what's going on? What's going on in your head? Lock that number in, and we're going to bring that stress number down in the short period of time that you practice. Just do it. You decide how intense you do it. Strive for progress, not perfection. Hands on the hips. Come on up to the balls of your feet and then down on your heels. Take big breaths in through your nose. Oh, goodness gracious. Sighing breaths out through your mouth. Let it go. Sigh it out. You feel better. Stress leaves when you sigh it out. All right, maybe you got a chair nearby. It's all good. You're rocking on your feet. You're strengthening your foundation. You're finding your balance. All right, up on the balls of the feet, down on the heels. Maybe stay up on the balls of the feet a little bit. Maybe just kind of rock onto the sides of your feet. Move your hips and just feel the earth beneath you. Root into the ground. Wake up the feet. Chest is lifted, hands on the hips, shoulders are down, elbows are back. There you go, plain and simple, right? Strike that hero's pose. That's superhero, that is you. All right, settle into your feet. Take a gentle palm tree pose. Lengthen up through an extended mountain. Lengthen and reach, and then interlace your fingers. Send your palms to the sky. Bend in the elbows if you want, and sway a little bit here and there, side to side. Maybe you take the sway deeper. It's up to you. Just show up. All right, how are you doing in the arms? Maybe you straighten them a little bit more. Maybe that feels good. Maybe it doesn't. So don't do it. Plain and simple. Stand. Put a smile on your face. And breathe. And just move. This lateral flexion of the spine just gets the spine moving. You think about, how much your spine does for you. Nourish it. Take care of it. Move it. All right, so there's your palm tree pose. Sigh it out. That counters the stress. Lift your arms high up to that extended mountain pose. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. All right, now you're folding in half. Folding in half, hollowing out the belly, looking down towards your knees or up towards your belly button. Shake your neck, loosen your shoulders. Don't stress out, it's only yoga. When you're ready, sweep your arms up. Come on back up to standing. Arms back to extended mountain. Take a little baby back bend. Move in just the opposite direction. Exhale, fold forward again. Wiggle the knees, the shoulders. Get into it. Move your neck. Just be at peace. Send your tailbone high to the sky. Maybe straighten the knees a little bit more. Wiggle them into being straight. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Take a baby back bend. Back up to arms to extended mountain. Now let the arms float down by your sides. Even the shoulders feel better. I bet you feel better even now. Put a smile on your face, that helps. And then start to circle your shoulders to the back of the room. Just little shoulder kind of shrugs up to the ear and then back and down. Just move them. Now let's do our arm circles. Tee out your arms and draw little circles on the sides of your room. As you're doing your arm circles, put a bend in your knees. Maybe when the hands come down, the knees bend, arms come up, knees straighten, little arm circles or big arm circles, whatever works, whatever feels good. Take the arm circles in the other direction. Big bend in the knees, don't forget your knees. Do what you can with what you got. Use it or lose it. Bend the knees. The knees feel better when they move. Motion is lotion, we say. Get that synovial fluid in those joints moving. And breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Finish up. Come up to a standing position. Shoulders back and down, chest lifted. Big coat swing is next. Twist from side to side. Look over one shoulder, then the other. Arms are hanging down heavy. Breathe. Breathe in, twist it out. Look over your shoulder. Just encourage this gentle twist. Strengthen your low back. You're strong. You got it. You know, it just takes a little bit of effort sometimes to really improve your strength. But you just got to show up. That's the hard part. All right, let's finish up in that twist. Arms down by your sides. Take a big breath in, lengthen up. Take your mountain pose, not extended mountain, mountain. Arms down by your sides, shoulders back and down. Lengthen up. Close your eyes and breathe. Bring your hands to prayer center. Hold them here. Just honor this little sacred space that you've carved out for you. Time on your mat, time to move your body, and time to just get better in your head. Take a deep breath in through your nose and a big sighing breath out. Let it go. Create your little mantra, your little saying, your little positive affirmation in your head, whatever you want to call it. Say, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I can do this, whatever it takes. I am good enough. Any of those is a wonderful little saying to come back to. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Fold forward. Hands to opposite elbow creases, ragdoll time. Toe heel your feet so they're about hip width distance apart. You feel nice and stable. Let your arms come down toward the earth. Think of loosening in the low back. Look back to your knees or up toward your belly button. Hang out here. As you hang out here, adjust your knees. Put a little bend in them and see what you think. Take the little bend out. See what you think. How do you like it? How's your body responding? Does it feel good? Do it. If it is painful, don't do it. Anything that causes pain, don't do it. If it is uncomfortable, just breathe through it and think about what your body's learning. All right, so come to a comfortable stance here. Now take your ragdoll sway. Sway the elbow back toward one knee, then the other elbow back toward the other knee. You can have your eyes open or closed. Loosen your neck, shake it out. No stress here, just feel what you feel. Maybe take that twist to one side even longer and let it feel good in your side body. Kind of like, it'll feel like when you did that palm tree pose. And then do the other side. And just wiggle it out. Decompress your low back. When you're ready, finish up. Release your hands down to your mat, walk it forward. Let's come into a child's pose. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road, right? Okay, knees together, big toes touching. You can use a block here if you want to bring the ground up to you. Send your hips back to your heels, send your arms down by your sides, palms face up, resting your head on your block, or all the way down on your mat. Or if you have a half-size block, it's really not half-size. It's really, 3/4 or even more than that. You know, if you want to bring your head down, if sometimes that high block is just too high, I could go a little bit lower, but I can't quite reach the ground. Use the shorter block. Buy one. Give it a go. You know, just one of those little refinements for your practice. Extended child's pose is another option. Knees spread wide, arms reach long. Use the block under your head if you like, and rest here. This is where the rubber meets the road, as I said. So what that means is this is where you just come really to your mat. You warmed up, the body moved a little bit. Now you're just gonna tell yourself in your mind's eye, I'm going to enjoy this practice. I'm going to get out of it exactly what my body needs. I get to do my yoga, not I have to do my yoga. This is time for me, for balancing not only physically in my body, but mentally, in my mind, in my soul, in my spirit. It just sets me right. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And if you like, close your lips and breathe in and out of your nose only. Build heat in your body as we marry one pose to each breath as we practice. Breathe in, breathe out. Deep breaths always. Enjoy your child's pose, whichever variation you're in. Anytime you wish to take a break and come back to this pose, do it. Listen to your body. You can stay here for the entire practice if you want. Give yourself permission to do that if this is speaking to you. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's come into a mountain pose. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees back underneath your hips. Tuck your toes. Send your hips high. And walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Take your extended mountain pose. Lengthen up. Breathe, extended mountain. Breathe. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Take a fold forward. So you expanded there. Now you're folding in half. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Squeeze your shoulders to your back. Lengthen through a tabletop position. So your back is nice and flat. Shoulders are squeezed so your back isn't rounded. Lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. Let's walk our hands down onto the mat and let's take our first Chaturanga Dandasana. All right, lots of variations. Here's what you could do. You could take it on your knees, arms hinge forward, weight into the arms. You could take it totally on your knees, relax into this. Exhale, bend your elbows, bring your chest toward the earth. Inhale, press your arms into the earth, lift your chest forward for an upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can tuck your toes, you could spread your knees, you could sink your hips back toward your heels. Totally fine variation. Then let's all meet back in a downward facing dog. Legs are straight, legs, feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Let's pedal them out. Pedal one heel closer to the earth, then the other. Enjoy the big stretch up the backside of your leg. Your neck, soften it, loosen it. Look back to your knees or up towards your belly button. Breathe. Tailbone, lift it higher to the sky. Spine is decompressing, getting that nice stretch in the backs of your legs, and your neck is loose. Shake it and move it around. All right, let's go through this sun salutation a few more times. Still your heels, walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Take the big inhale, sweep the arms up, extended mountain. Find length here. In your extended mountain, lift up. All right, camera up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands through prayer center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders squeeze, back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands, walk them forward. Let's do a Chaturanga Dandasana your way. I'm gonna go high plank to a low plank. Hover above the earth, flip your feet so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Knees can be lifted or down, you make the call. Upward facing dog. Flip your feet so they're back to a natural position. Send your hips high, down dog. Pedal it out your way, enjoy how it feels. Still your feet, walk your hands back to meet your feet or your feet to your hands. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain, lift, breathe. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, walk your hands forward, Chaturanga Dandasana your way. I'm gonna hinge forward, high plank, shoulders over wrists, legs are long, core is engaged. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of the feet on the mat. Inhale, downward facing dog, feet are flipped. Breathe. Pedal it out. And then finish. Still your heels. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain pose. Lift, breathe. Big breath in. As you exhale, come into chair pose. Sink your hips back. Let your arms reach long to the front of the room. Sit back, sit low. You decide how far you go. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your thighs are strong. Your legs are strong. Try it. Give it a go. You do this all the time when you come to sit down on a chair. So do it here. Reach. Your reach is a counterbalance. Sink the weight back into your heels. Lift your toes up and give them a little bit of a wiggle. Hold it here. You've got it. Bring your hands to prayer center. Now straighten your knees. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. Maybe it's on your knees. High plank, low plank. Push the earth away, upward facing dog. Tuck your back feet, downward facing dog. Pedal and enjoy. I'm gonna kick the right leg high. Exhale, hollow out the belly and sweep the foot forward in between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up to warrior two. So plant your back foot down, right knee over right ankle. I'm losing my mic here. Here we go. All right, so come into your warrior two pose. Tee out your arms, lengthen up, take a deep breath in. and a deep breath out. Settle in. All right, so warrior, caregiver, right? You got to have both. You got to have the warrior, you got to have the caregiver. You've got to just settle in here and realize sometimes you got to put forth the effort, other times you got to ease into it. All right, as you hold the pose here, knee over ankle, imagine squeezing the mat together so your low body activates. Really be strong here. That's engaging your core and pulling the mat together. Tee out your arms, look to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Right arm down, left arm lifts. Stretch. Really try to find length between your fingers of both hands. Look up to the sky. Reverse warrior, inhale, come on up, right arm goes high now, left arm comes down, maybe you reach a little to the back of your room. Keep your low body just as it is, stay sunk nice and low. Now let's take our arms, cartwheel them, and send the right foot back to meet the left. Take your Chaturanga Dandasana if you like, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal it out. Let it feel good. We're going to do the other side, the left side. So after you've pedaled it out a little bit and shaken your neck, still your feet, lift your left foot high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, feet plant solid down on the ground. Bend into that left knee, knee over ankle for support. Tee out your arms, squeeze the mat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, look to the left. Look over your left middle finger. And then reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down. Left arm lifts, look up. Maybe you reach a little further back. And then cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Plant the hands, left foot meets right. High plank, low plank as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Little bit of a pedal, let it feel great. Shake your neck, let's do it again. Still your feet, walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Exhale, bend your knees, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach to the arms, sink back into the heels. Reach to the arms, sink back into the heels. Reach to the arms, exhale, hands to prayer center, knees straight and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. Maybe you just decide to come back to a down dog. Your call. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Push into the mat, tailbone high, pedal it out, shake your neck. Still your feet, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Foot comes between the two hands. Inhale, rise up, plant the feet down, bend into the knee. Arms tee out, squeeze the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, lengthen through the fingers. Exhale, settle in. Warrior, caregiver. You got to put forth the effort, then you got to rest. And then when you're ready, inhale. Right arm up, left arm down, reverse warrior. Maybe reach a little further to the back of the room. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot meets left, high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, breathe, and enjoy. When you're ready, still your feet. Inhale, left leg kicks high. Exhale, hollow out your belly so you can swing that leg forward. Inhale, rise on up. Tee out the arms, settle in, sink on in, and breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Settle in. Look to the left. When you're ready, reach and extend. Tick-tock, 6 and 12. Push the inner thigh open. Breathe. On an inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm high. Maybe reach back. Exhale. Time to cartwheel the arms, plant them down. Left foot meets right. Maybe it's high plank to low plank, maybe on your knees. And then upward facing dog, still on your knees or not. Exhale, downward facing dog or knees spread wide, hips back to the heels. Lots of ways to do it. Don't sweat it. I'm gonna come back. Let's all meet in a downward facing dog. Pedal it out, shake your neck, let it be. Still your feet. Hinge forward to a high plank. Hold your high plank here. Shoulders over your wrists. Legs are long. Maybe you decide to take it on your knees. It's all good. Maybe you decide to ball your hands into fists. Maybe that feels better on your wrists. Hold it here. Let's do a little bit of mountain climbers. Right knee, right wrist. Left knee, left wrist. Climb the mountain for a little bit, not long, just a little bit. You got it. Maybe once, maybe twice. Maybe you're on your knees. That's all right. Breathe, let it feel right, and then finish. Come down to your knees, have a seat, and grab a drink. All right, mountain climber is a huge effort. Plank is a huge effort, but the benefits are wonderful. So I've posted a lot about planks in our private group. Grab a drink of water. On Facebook, it's called Friends of 316 Yoga. Check us out. Tell your friends to join us. It's all good. All right. After this drink, let's go into our core sequence. All right, so here's where we work the core a little more specifically. All right, so come on down to a seated position. Have your strap nearby if you want to use it for boat. So bend your knees, knees open wide, soles of the feet touch. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, hands to prayer center. Remember that positive affirmation you told yourself? Maybe come back to it. Lengthen up. And when you're ready, exhale, come on down. Take it nice and slowly. Your core is strong. You can do this. Yes, you can. And you know what? Maybe your hands aren't at prayer center. Maybe you place your hands here and you work yourself down. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go. Yoga's about letting it go. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. Elbows are bent and fingers are lightly at the temples. Take a big breath in. Maybe sigh it out. Time to let more of that stress go. Maybe time to let some heat go. Maybe breathe in and out of your mouth for the next couple of poses. You decide what is best for you. When you're ready, exhale. Chin comes up to the sky. Lift here. Feel what you feel all in this center area of your body. Hold it here. Lift it a little higher. Come on down. Exhale as you go up. It hollows out your belly. Inhale as you come on down. Lift and lower. Little lifts, little lowers. Check out your knees. Check out your elbows. Keep them open wide. Breathe, lift, lower. You're strong in the belly. Strong core, not just, forget the whole six-pack ab thing. Just think about strength to do what you want to do, to walk, to move, to be strong, to get out of the car, to walk, to play tennis, to play pickleball, to do whatever it is you do. You need your strength in the core. Let's come on down. Let's do bicycle. Knees together, and then adjust your feet so the soles of your feet are on your mat. Lots of ways to take your bicycle. Maybe today you just want to exhale, peel the shoulders up, keeping the elbows wide and fingers at the temple. Twist opposite elbow toward opposite knee, and then do the other side. Maybe that's what you feel like doing today. All right, another option would be to keep the shoulders down. Lift the legs up, knees over the hips, draw the toes toward the shins so you can drive your heels to the front of the room. Bicycle here, like this, if you like. Or peel your shoulders up, put it all together, opposite elbow toward opposite knee while the other leg extends long. All right, another variation here, that is to straighten the legs and scissor kick them. Do what you like. Huge effort just to lift the leg, you're strong. You don't even think about it. Let's finish in this bicycle. Bring the soles of the feet down. Let's do Boat pose, a big balancing pose. Do you ever think about it? Bring your hands behind your knees. So they're above the knees on the hamstring, low on the hamstring. Rock and roll up a couple of times if that's okay with you. Check with your doctor, especially if you have osteoporosis, osteopenia. Check it out. See if you can do it. See if the doctor will let you and say, yes, do your yoga. All right, so rock and roll up a couple of times. Let it feel good. Come on up to seated. Now, you could use your strap here underneath your feet if you're comfortable with that. Today, I'm gonna find my balance in my body by leaning back. Hands underneath the knees. Lean on back, drag the heels up a little bit. Now, don't round your shoulders. Lengthen up, straighten the back. Lift one leg or the other or both. Hold it here, stay strong here. Breathe, breathe in, breathe out. You got it, hold on. Maybe remove one hand or the other or both. Play with it, find your balance. It's as if you were in a recliner. Balance, balance, balance. Bend the knees a little bit, hands to prayer center. Start to row your boat. One elbow down toward the earth, then the other. Back and forth, row your boat, have some fun with it. All right, have some fun with it as you find your balance. And then we're gonna get ready to do another Chaturanga Dandasana. Oh, I know, but it's so good for you. Come up to seated, hug your knees in, draw your heels toward your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shin. It is hard, I know. It takes effort. Do as best you can. Maybe you're just hanging out here, legs are separate, and you're just holding on to your knees. Lean on back a little bit. I'm gonna roll into this tight little ball. Forearms are pressing into my shins. Press the weight into the toes. Find your balance here. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Send your gaze towards your belly button. Hold here in your cosmic egg pose. As you're ready, maybe circle the ankles a little bit. That's good too. As you're ready, plant the feet, crisscross at the ankles, hinge forward, hands come down on your mat, send your legs back and high to your downward facing dog. Remember this one? Get the alignment correct. Feet hip width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Push into the earth. Fingers spread wide. Little gecko grip in your fingers. Shake your neck. Loosen your neck. Don't try to look forward. Let the neck hang and look back to your knees or your navel. Pedal it out. One heel closer to the earth than the other. Come up high onto the ball of the opposite foot. Pedal it out. Your ankles will love you for it. Finish up. Still your feet. If you would like, we'll sneak in a Chaturanga Dandasana. If you don't like, hang out here and pedal a little bit more in your down dog. I'm gonna go high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog on the tops of the feet. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips are lifted. Let's go into our little lunge series. Kick your right leg high to the sky. It's all about expanding and compression. Lift the leg high, exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Foot between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up, shoulders over hips. All 10 toes pointing forward, back heel is lifted. Now bend into your knees. How low can you go? As low as you want, all right? Right knee over right ankle, bending that back knee, maybe hovering it above the earth, or maybe you decide to come all the way down. It's all good. I'm gonna lift my arms up and take a little back bend. There's my big lunge. Exhale, hands to prayer center, shoulders over hips. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Do that as you exhale because your belly's like a washcloth. Squeeze it out. Left elbow outside of the right knee, hands stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen as you look at your right toes. And then twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Tyrone. Hi, Terry. All the T's. Hi, Liz. Hi, Diane. Hi, Diane. Hi, Rena. Hi, Tim. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Caldwell. Glad to see you guys. Lengthen, twist. Lengthen, twist. It's a party. Lengthen, twist. And then let's finish. Hands back and gaze back slowly to prayer center. Hands come down inside the right front foot. Knee comes down the back knee if it's not already there. Take your block to the top of the mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner. For your runner's lunge, left leg is long and straight. Top of the left foot is on the mat. This is a big one. We do surfing. other days of the week in our practice. It helps prepare us for this. Those hip flexors, what you're feeling right now in that left leg, the front of the hip, we're stretching them out. It's all good. We're strong and we're mobile in our low body. Open up the right knee to the side of the room if that feels good. So you're balancing on the pinky edge toe side. Press your hands into your mat or into your block. You decide. Lengthen through your spine and enjoy the feeling in the hips here. Doing two different things in the hips. Let it be. Lengthen. Maybe hands are on your block. Maybe forearms are on your block as you get lower to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Maybe you drop the forearms all the way down to the mat. There's your runner's lunge. Let's come out of it now pretty quick. Like I said, pretty much one breath, one movement. Straighten your arms. Send your right foot back to meet your left. Let's do a side plank. You can stay on your bottom knee. The key here is the shoulder. Shoulder over wrist of the left foundational arm. Right leg can go long. Hips are stacked. Right arm goes up. Maybe move your foot a little bit too. You could send your legs long. Kickstand them side by side or glue the ankles together. Right arm goes up, look up. There's your side plank pose. Breathe in, breathe out. High stand, how are you? Glad you're here. Send your hand down, hips go high. Pedal it out, downward facing dog. Guess what? We're gonna do it again on the other side because it's all about balance. One side is strong, let's make the other side strong. When you're ready, left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up to your full lunge. You're standing, back heel is lifted. Feel strong here. Bend into the knees to whatever degree is right. Maybe it's all the way down to the mat. Arms lift, take a little baby back bend. Hands go back up to the sky. Find your balance, it's all good. Hands to prayer center, hold on here. Right elbow outside of the left knee this time. Remember this? Lengthen up. Hands are stacked, elbows stacked. Lengthen, twist, look to the left. Lengthen, twist, look more to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist some more. How are you doing? Breathe. You can drop to that back knee if you want. Hold on, twist. And then when you're ready, hands back to prayer center, drop to the back knee if you're not already there. Put the top of the right foot on the mat, and then wiggle and jiggle your left toes to the top left corner of your mat. Hold on right here. Block can bring the ground up to you, and you stay right here. Maybe it feels good to open up the left foot and balance on the pinky toe side of the left foot. Holding on to the block or the earth, or you switch to that half-size block, or you come down to your forearms on the block. So many choices, take them. I guess it's also a choice to just sleep on your couch, right? But you pay the price, right? Ease and effort, balance them. So, elbows down to whatever you like. Breathe, hips are open. Now press into your hands, straighten your arms. Send your left foot back to meet your right. We'll take a side plank here. We did it on one side, we do it on the other. Important, shoulder over your wrist. Just think about the alignment. You want to protect your elbows, all your joints. I'm going to send my legs long. Left arm lifts. Look up to the sky as best you can. Balance out. Look up. And then let's finish. Hands come down. Come back to your downward facing dog. In your down dog, pedal. Breathe. Let's do a Chaturanga Dandasana if you want. Remember, you can do it on your knees. You can skip it and keep pedaling in your down dog. You decide. I'm going to hinge forward. High plank. Exhale, low plank. Push the earth away. Tops of the feet on the mat. Chest is lifted. Upward facing dog. Flip the back feet. Hips go high. Downward facing dog. All right, let's try something a little different. In your down dog, even if you're in your down dog and you didn't do the Chaturanga, flip your feet so you're on the tops of your feet. Hold it here. Maybe hinge forward a little bit into a high plank. Stretch it out. Something different. Breathe. Come back to a natural foot position. Hips go high, down dog. Hips are high, tailbone is lifted, neck, you shake it. Breathe. All right. Ekapada Rajakapatasana. That's half pigeon. Fun to say. All right. Kick your right leg high to the sky. Exhale. Bring the right knee toward the right wrist. Right knee toward the right wrist. Left leg goes long. Top of the left foot on the mat. Grab your right foot. Bring your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. A little more parallel. Use a block or not, you decide. Maybe the block will be up for your to come down on, or you take your block and slip it under your right hip. That'll keep you honest. Honest to what? Honest to keeping both hips aligned to the mat. All right. You can have your block, maybe have your hands or your elbows on it, maybe no block at all. Forearms come down, maybe elbows go wide, and you crisscross your hands and rest here. Boy, you talk about a position with effort to ease. Okay, let's breathe in. Through your nose, I know you're holding tension in that hip. Let's breathe out with an audible sigh and think of sending the breath to that hip. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Your hips have great mobility. Maybe it's been elusive for a few months or weeks or years or decades, but it can come back. Breathe through it. You've got it. This is your half pigeon pose. Sometimes we hold this pose in our restorative practice. And what characterizes a restorative practice? Where you hold the poses 3, 5, 7 minutes. And let me tell you, this is hard to get into, but when you do it for those 3, 5, 7 minutes, you feel like a new person, a new creation, and a good one at that. All right, Sundays and Thursdays, join us for restorative. All right, let's come out of this one now. Press into your hands, straighten the elbows, remove the block, don't let it go too far, bring it to the other side. Tuck your back left toes under, send your right leg high to the sky, shake it out any way that feels good for you. Find the circulation in that hip, find the mobility there. All right, you know what we haven't done for a long time? Let's do this. Let's add in this wild thing. Send your right leg high, put a bend in your knee, and then let the right foot fall to the left side of your body. Trust yourself here. Bring the foot down. Left arm is your foundation. Flip around to almost a reverse tabletop. Lift your right arm up. There you go. There's your wild thing. Come back to your down dog. Pedal it out and breathe. Shake your neck and be free and loose. Send your left leg high. Exhale, send it through. Left knee, left wrist, right leg long, top of the right foot on the mat. Wiggle, grab your right foot and wiggle the left shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. Block under your left glute if you like. Makes a difference. You know, you think, without the block, you think, I got it. My hips are equidistant, but guess what? Put the block there and say, oh, wait a minute. All right, that's different. All right, slip on down to the block under your hands or slip down to your hands as you rest on your mat. Right leg is long. Left hip is enjoying this mobility. Take a deep breath in. Audible sigh out. Oh, soften the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the goodness of the depth of the stretch in the left hip. Refreshing. Oh, great pose. Breathe in, breathe out. And you know, if you don't like getting down on your knees very much, I'll show you another way to do an equally effective stretch in our practice tomorrow. So check it out. So I'll show you how to do a reclined pigeon instead of this half pigeon pose. It's basically doing it on your back. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. How are you doing? You want to hold it longer? Or is it time to come out? Let's come out of it. Straighten your arms. Remove the block. We did wild thing. Let's do it again. Tuck your back right toes under. Send your left leg back to meet the right. Give it a good shake. Shake it out. When you're ready, let the left leg cross the midline of the body, and maybe today, that's what you decide to do. Or you let it come all the way down to the ground. Right arm is your foundation. Left arm goes up. Breathe, have fun with your wild thing. Flip it. All right, when you're ready, hands come down. Come back to your natural downward facing dog pose. Pedal it out and breathe. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Let it be. All right, so we're talking about balancing life and ease and effort. Let's balance the body a little bit too. All right, challenge, tree pose, hands together at prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Root into your left leg. Take the right leg, weight out of it, open it up to the side of the room. Place the sole of the foot either inside the ankle, a little bit higher, skip over the knee, or place it all the way up high into the thigh. Push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Hands can stay at prayer center on your hips, holding a chair or your countertop, or lift your arms up to the sky. So many choices. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your arms and breathe. Now you can also close your eyes a little bit if you like. It's up to you. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left. Other side. Balance in the body. Left knee bends and opens. Right foot is your solid, strong foundation. Think about that for a second. The toes, the feet, the ankles, you've moved them a lot today. Root that foot into the ground. No hesitation, no doubts, you can do it. Lift the left leg a little bit or a lot. Skip over the knee. Knees aren't meant to bend sideways. Press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Hands wherever you want them to be. See if you can balance your energy with strength and softness. That sounds kind of weird. You may need a little bit more of one than the other, a little more strength, a little more softness. Sounds contradictory, but they work together. Like think about inhales, exhales, warriors, caregivers. It's all about balance. So softness and strength, you got to do it all. How are you doing in this long tree pose? Bring your hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the foot next to the other foot. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come back to your little mantra with your hands at prayer center and your eyes closed before we go into eagle pose, Garandasana. Breathe in, lengthen up, find your strength, puff your chest up, breathe out, soften in the shoulders, and nourish the body. Let's do eagle. All right, here's for your eagle pose. What you want to do is put a bend in your knees. You could sit in a chair and do this, totally fine. You can do just the lower body or just the upper body. Bend in the knees, hold here in your chair pose. Lift your arms up high to the sky and then reach them forward. If you want to reach them forward and keep them here, hold on and take some breaths in your chair pose. You can take your hands to opposite shoulders, put them at prayer center, put them on your hips and do what you want. I'm going to sweep my right arm under my left, bringing my palms to touch, squeezing my elbows down, looking over my fingers. This is a tight squeeze. Take the right leg, lift it up and cross the left. Maybe hug high in the upper inner thighs. Maybe take the top right foot and bring it behind the left calf. Sink low, bring your hips or bring your shoulders back over your hips and squeeze here. So here's the yin and the yang, the plus and the negative, the forward, the back, the combination of things. This is the squeeze tightly, and then we're gonna have a big release. Squeeze, 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 good for your joints. And then release, right foot down, arms open up, extended mountain. There's the squeeze, there's the release. Let's do the other side. Bend in the knees, hands wherever you want. Remember, we talked about that. I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right this time. Find my palm to palm, squeeze the elbows down, look over the fingers. Shoulders back, I'm in a good chair pose here. Root into the right foot, this time the left leg's gonna lift, crisscross. Hook the top of the left foot behind the right calf. Hold on, squeeze and lower down. Think about the squeeze, elbows are down. Squeezing the shoulders tight to the sides of the room, squeezing in your upper inner thighs, breathe, squeeze, release. Left foot down, arms go up, extended mountain. Take a big breath in, and a big breath out. Keep your arms lifted, dancer pose. All right, for your dancer, left arm is lifted good and high to the sky. Start to circle the right arm around. I got to step forward here because my leg's going to go way far back. Circle the arm, right arm around to the back of the room, to the back of the room, to the back of the room. Left foot is your foundation. Right knee, put a bend in it, then maybe reach around. Capture the inside of your right foot. Bring your knees back together. Kick to the back of the room. As you kick back, left arm is a counterbalance, hinging forward. Kick to the back of the room, then kick up to the sky. Kick, breathe. Breathe, you got it. Look to your left hand and then finish. Left foot meets right. Both arms sweep up, extended mountain. Breathe. Whew, this gets your heart going. At least it does mine. All right, lengthen up. Left arm, circle it back. Or maybe that's all you're doing right now. Don't sweat it. It's all good. You're here. That's the A+. Right arm lifted. Left arm circles back. Weight into the right foot, weight out of the left. I'm going to lift the left foot up with the left hand. I'm going to capture inside the left foot. Knees back together at the midline. Lengthen through the fingers. And then kick. Kick into the back foot. Back hand. Back foot kicks into the hand. There you go. Reach forward with the right hand. You could have a chair here and rest your hand there. Kick back, kick up, breathe. Finish. Left foot meets right. Both arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Lengthen. Take a baby back bend. Exhale, hands through prayer center, fold forward. So you lengthened. Now you're folding. It's extension, it's compression, it's the combination. Inhale, lengthen, come to a halfway tabletop. Halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Walk your hands forward, walk your feet back, hinge forward, high plank. Not for long, high plank. Slowly bend the elbows, come the knees down to the mat. Come on down all the way to your belly. Hands are underneath your collarbones. Let's start with Cobra, Bhujangasana. Zip your legs up, big toes touch. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. Hands under your shoulders, elbows hugged in, nice tight little pose here. When you're ready, exhale, then big inhale, lift in the chest. Lift in the chest, you have a little bit of weight in your hands, maybe on the fingertips, maybe no weight at all. Gaze down your nose, find your balance here. Compression of the low back. Squeeze the elbows together. Squeeze the elbows down towards your heels. Breathe, there's your Cobra. Come on down. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat and your arms are by your sides. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come back, chin to the center of your mat. Bend your knees. Bend your knees, work your heels towards your bottom. Just move them. Maybe that's where you stay. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe stay right here and kind of like, oh, just kick around, have fun. Or you can take your floor bow, Dhanurasana pose. Take your hands, reach around. Capture the outsides of your ankles. Your knees will have wiggled apart. I know, I guess they just do. Bring your knees back to the midline of your body. Hold on tight here. When you're ready, kick into your hands like you did in Dancer. Lift the chest up. Balance on your pelvis. Breathe, lift, kick. You got it. Come down. Now, arms by your side, legs are long. Turn your head. Right cheek is on the mat. Oh, that was another major compression of your low back. Bring your chin back to the center of your mat. Bend your elbows, put them under your collarbones, press through straightened arms. Seal pose, guess what? Compression of your low back. Soften in the glutes, you got it. Come on up to a standing on your knees position and bring your block with you. Come to standing on your knees, place the block at a nice high height between your knees, or between your ankles. Bring your hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows back. Staying right here. Squeeze the block. Staying right here is perfect. Look forward. Push your hips forward. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Hang out here for a bit. Maybe you look directly overhead, up toward the ceiling. You decide. Maybe you come back even farther, keeping your hips forward. Reach for your heels. One heel and the other, chest is lifted, look back to where the ceiling and the wall meet, and then place your hands back on your low back. Come back up, shoulders over hips. There's your full camel pose. Have a seat now. Remove the block, have a seat on your heels. Take a breath in and a breath out. All big compression of the low back. Let's do another compression of the low back by coming down onto your bottom. Take your eye shade and your towel, bring it up near your shoulders. Slowly come on down, hands to prayer center. Come back to your happy thought. Lengthen up, exhale, come on down. Come all the way down to your shoulders. Bend your knees, bridge pose. Arms down by your sides. Push into your hips up toward the sky. Another little compression of the low back. A big stretch of your hip flexors. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. If you like, find your other hand. Interlace your fingers, push your pinkies down into the mat, and lift in your bridge pose. Push into the earth, stretch it out. Hands come away from the low back, lower your spine one vertebra at a time. Once you're all the way down, send your legs long, press on up, either with your hands or without your hands. Let's decompress the low back here. Legs are long, arms lift, staff pose. Seated forward fold, reach the arms forward and reach. Toes up toward the sky. Feel the decompression of the low back here. Hands to your ankles, elbows hugged in, gaze to your knees, breathe. Inhale, come on up, shoulders over your hips. Let's take our final Shavasana pose. So think of all the compression we did of the low back, then the extension. It all works together. Come all the way down onto your mat. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. It's up to you. Just block out the light, block out the world. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Lots of effort. Now it's time to rest. Pinky toes fall toward the earth as you let your hips externally rotate. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften up. Gently, the eyes are closed. Let the eyes be heavy in the eye sockets and just gently soften in the forehead. Breathe in, breathe out. It's your practice. That remote control that's nearby, hit the pause button if you'd like to stay here longer. And I recommend it. Stay here, rest, relax, and just see where your mind goes. Try not to think thoughts. Just let the body be. And then when you're ready to come out of your practice, you just resume the video. And then we'll come out of this together. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle the wrists and the ankles. Inhale, reach high up overhead and stretch it out like it's your first good morning stretch before you get out of bed. Maybe wiggle, just let it feel awesome. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, and come into a fetal position onto one side or the other. Let your head rest. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly press on up. Maybe the eyes are closed. Maybe you use your hands, maybe you don't. Whatever. Come to a comfortable seated position. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. And then soften up as you exhale. Let it go. Blink your eyes open. Stress number, what was it? And more importantly, what is it now? I know it's come down. You put forth a lot of effort. You know, whenever you exercise or you move your body or you put forth some effort with anything, but when you put forth effort with your body, your mind is at ease for a good long time afterward. And your stress number tells you that, right? It came down. You moved your body however you wanted to move it. Now your head is feeling pretty good. Enjoy that good feeling as you get on with the rest of your day. Love you guys. See you on your mats tomorrow. Bye. Hi. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. You are a silly girl. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.